ceasefires are always messy. An hour after the president announced the ceasefire, the Iranians launched a bunch of missiles. Then the Israelis responded. Then some of the Gulf Arab states responded. This is the nature of a ceasefire. No ceasefire ever goes without a little bit of choppiness.
The fragile ceasefire between the US, Iran, and Israel is already facing a trial by fire. All three parties are now at loggerheads over Israel's deadly bombing in Lebanon. This military operation has led to diplomatic daggers between the warring sides and multiple global powers. Russia, China, France, Spain, Iran's leadership, and the IRGC have drawn a red line, even as Israel signals a wider offensive. Here is what is unfolding. Israel's massive air campaign across Lebanon has left over 250 dead and more than 1,000 injured. Strikes rocked Beirut, Sidon, Tyre, and the Beqaa Valley within minutes. The operation, targeting Hezbollah infrastructure, has triggered outrage and accusations of violating both sovereignty and ceasefire commitments. Lebanon's leadership is now calling this a direct challenge to global efforts to stop the war. Iran has responded with its strongest warning yet. Esmail Qa'ani has declared that a severe and regretful punishment awaits Israel. Meanwhile, Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, has accused the United States of acting in bad faith, claiming Washington undermined diplomacy through military aggression. At the same time, Masoud Pezeshkian has warned that Iran's hands remain on the trigger, vowing never to abandon Lebanon. The message is clear. Tehran is signaling readiness for escalation and junking the ceasefire deal if attacks continue.
Renewed aggression by the Zionist regime against Lebanon blatantly violates the initial ceasefire. Such actions signal deception and non-compliance, rendering negotiations meaningless. Our hands remain on the trigger. Iran will never forsake its Lebanese brothers and sisters.
China has now stepped in, raising the diplomatic stakes. Mao Ning issued a strong statement condemning the violation of Lebanon's sovereignty and calling for restraint.
Lebanon's sovereignty and security should not be violated. Civilians and their property must be protected. We call on relevant parties to stay calm and exercise restraint to help de-escalate the situation in the region.
Behind the scenes, a frantic diplomatic scramble is underway. Iran is in constant touch with Russia, France, and Saudi Arabia, even as tensions spiral. But the reality on the ground tells a different story. Missiles, airstrikes, and threats are already overpowering diplomacy. What began as a ceasefire is rapidly turning into a wider regional flashpoint. And with Iran warning of severe punishment, the question now is not if, but when the next escalation will hit.